Hey, what is up everybody, Blades for here, and today I have for you guys another video of Persona 5X. And at this current time, it is 8:54. I'm just saying this right now. Yeah, looks like I'm home today. But I have a few videos ready for you guys, or at least I'm going to be recording for you guys. And this one, of course, is going to be going over how many gems you guys can actually get from this patch. Now, we did this a little bit ago. Thank you to Najox. Once again, this is also credited to him as well. He calculates these the day he calculates these pretty much and puts them in the worldwide server is the day that he sends them to me. And I decided to hold off on this just for a second so I can actually get the other videos out. But now we're around to doing it, so let's go ahead and get straight into it. If you guys like videos like these, be sure to sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. And of course, like and subscribe. Helps us out a lot. We're on our trucking little start to 3.4k, and yeah, let's get to it. So as many of us do know, we do have the new patch update and everything like that, and there is a ton of things that are added. Now we of course have some new things regarding at least the sea time, as well as a few of the other events and a few little goodies that we were given as well. And I'll be calculating each one of these up for free to plays and or at least pay to wins. Or at least I say calculating, but we already have these on the side. So you guys should see on the screen pop up a notepad, correct? There it is. And for this said notepad here, we're gonna have at least everything that we need to have when it comes down to at least the gems. So to start things off, in the current 2.1.2 update, this is going to be for free to plays. Our current first thing that we're looking at is 10 limited pools. This is for the whole daily login, in which for some of you guys should see this being at least right over here. Let's figure out right here, 10 daily pools. This is where we're going to get these immediately, which is acquainted up to 1,500 gems immediately. And then of course, if you guys did update on the day of, or at least did update and you went in your mail, you should be able to have yourself 10 premium pools too, which came from here. Both the premium pools and the weapon pools came from here, so of course that is going to be 1,500 plus another 1,000 gems right there, technicality wise, which is already pretty decent. I can't really be too mad about that. They're doing a really good job when it does come down to this, and that really racks us up to a decent 4k gems already technically that we've gotten. Then later on, once you do complete the actual summer event, you do everything that it has to offer, we get an extra 1,100 ambers just from the summer event alone, alongside with 2 weapon pools, which is technically equal to 200 gems. Now this is really good as well. We get a ton of currency with that. Now I will tell you something, this patch update had a little bit less than the last patch update, and that's because they're just mainly adding on to it. So it is a little bit less than the last update here, but it's still pretty darn good. So if you guys also are doing the trials, which I hope a lot of you guys are, actually I haven't done them myself this time around, but if you're doing the trials, you get 30 for each of these, adding up to 60 gems, which may not sound like a lot for you guys, but it's actually a pretty decent amount once you have everything added up. So that gives us our 60 from trials, and then we get 140 ambers from daily commissions, which is 10 per day. This is actually really nice to actually have here, so surely do keep that in mind. This is something that you guys want to try your hardest to do, because this is going to give you majority of your things just from daily commissions in general. So do this every freaking day. Okay, do this every day. If you don't do this, you're missing out on a lot of at least currency, and that's going to kind of hurt you a decent bit. Next we have SOS, which is going to be the ranked mode technically, but we're only counting the unranked side, or at least the side leading up to the ranks. What I mean is these 3 here. Just by completing these 3, we get all of these lovely gems, in which, where the heck they go? Right here. We get all of these lovely gems, which is what we want. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong one. Hold on, I'm showing you guys the wrong thing. Right here, bingo. We get these lovely gems right here, in which is 500. It does not matter which one you're in, except for at least if you're at 4, but if I'm being honest, a lot of us should probably be at least in the 5 range. Even if you're like free to play, you can even make it to the 7 range, to be honest, but a lot of us should be in the 5 range here. So getting 500 gems every day is actually really easy, or at least every week is really easy as well. So that'll give us 500 from SOS, in which let's go ahead and get paste it on down here so you guys can actually see it on the side of the screen. And then we have 640 ambers from guild raid. Now you only need to do 2 guilds, at least guild raids, every patch. That's the one thing that you guys have to do. It is 320 per guild raid, so surely do know that. Okay, you have 2 of these that you need to do, and by doing these 2 you're getting all of these plus, at least if I'm correct here, correct me if I'm wrong, the jogs, I know you watch the videos, but you get those plus the 80 here, so 160 immediately, plus whatever we get out of this here just for hitting the score amount, which should lead up to 640 ambers. Doesn't matter where your guild ranks, nothing like that gives you like actual currency, so just continue on moving and that pretty much just does itself. So let's go ahead and add in the 640 ambers here. Let me go ahead and do this real quick. Boom. And then the 1,120 just from daily logins. So for daily logins, of course, we always have our actual what's it called? We always have these little guys here that we can get that gives us some decent gems. Always do these. They're going to give you some decent type of gems that you can actually rack up on a lot more gems than you think. And that actually goes up to 1,120, similar to how we have the summer event, which is always good immediately. All in all, for a free to play, you should be able to gain a total of 7,780 gems if we're counting like all the currency. Now, if we're excluding just the tickets and coins and taking those out and just going off gems themselves, it should be a total of 3,580. Now, this is always really, really nice in general. I feel like you guys are really going to enjoy that, especially when it comes down to at least saving. This patch and last patch should have been a heavy skip for a lot of you free to plays. So shouldn't really be worried about too much. You should have a decent bit of currency. Now, for my pay to win players here, we're going to have the basis of the pay to win players. If you have the Metaverse Crystals 180 and the Coffee Drink Weekly Pass, you're getting yourself a decent bit of just 180 crystals, which is already really, really nice. And of course, if you have the Cash Weekly Pass, you're getting yourself as well 120 crystals out of this. If you have the actual, that's just from like the Metaverse crystals. Now, if you're talking about the ambers that you do gain from said Cash Weekly Pass here, you get yourself 700 ambers, totaling up to a good amount as well, leading into the last thing that us pay to wins most likely are going for that is actually worth it, and that is the monthly, being the 14 full days of this patch. You're gaining yourself an extra 1,400 ambers, which is really, really nice. Totaling up to this amount here, we have as a pay to win, you're able to get 10k in total, and that's just adding everything up. But as just excluding certain things here, as you guys can see below, you get yourself nearly 6k actual what's it called, currency, which is nearly double, which is really good in general. It's nothing too bad. But if we do compare to at least the last update, for example, the last update we got like 6,980 excluding tickets and coins, while this update we got 5,980 for the pay to wins, right? So it's 1k less. For the free to play, it's just the same way, 1k less. But that's also just because that was the introduction to the whole actual patch, while this is kind of the continuation. So of course there's obviously going to be extra stuff in those introduction phase. But all in all, that is all we need to go over for this video. Once again, thank you to Jocks for everything. Thank you for actually calculating this up for me and calculating it up for the community. Be sure to show him some love. He's a freaking cool dude. And yeah, till next time, everybody, stay safe, stay sharp, and stay determined. Peace out.